If Zion Williams could put down the gumbo, if he could put down the oxtail pizza, we can definitely send him to the Miami Heat any day. Once again, the biggest thing with him is all the distractions, which is, all the corn stars that he's into and his weight. But I honestly think if there's one franchise that could really turn Zion Williams completely around, I think it's the Miami Heat. So the New Orleans Pelicans ownership is expected to instruct Joe Dumars to trade Zion Williams this summer. Now, this is what the Miami Heat have been waiting for. Like I said, I think that Zion Williams, he is full of potential. I think he's full of talent. And the fact that he's been dealing with weight issues and off-the-court problems, and you're still able to see some of the things he's able to do on the basketball court, bro, you have to send the trade. I mean, like I said, is it a risk? Of course, because of his injuries, his distractions. But if they can convince Zion to buy in with the Miami Heat definitely have to look into this. Now we have more Stephen A. Smith about Giannis going to Miami. Stephen A. hints at Giannis shouldn't choose Miami because of Pat Riley. At some point in time, there has to be a discussion about a change in Miami. Giannis, that's a long-term decision. Pat Riley is over 80. You're not thinking long-term. Let's get into the video.
It ain't nothing to debate, my brother. It is a night and day. But the point is that from a strictly basketball perspective, I'm not leaving Dame to go to Miami. That's number one. Number two, what you going to have to give up in order to get Giannis, okay? Because you can't keep Bam and Tyler Hero. I mean, somebody got to go. So who you going to be playing with? That's number two. Number three, very uncomfortable portion of this conversation that I have to get into, but it is unavoidable. We've talked about Pat Riley. He's over 80 now. And, Pat Riley, the winner within, one of the great basketball minds and accomplishers this game has ever seen. I revere this man. But in the same breath, it hasn't been great. Jimmy Butler walking out the door. May not be all Pat Riley's fault, but some of it was. LeBron James walking out the door. Some of it was Pat Riley's fault. D. Wade departed. Even though they resurrected their relationship or whatever, that wasn't the greatest thing in the world, and in the meantime that, those things have happened, you bring the Andre Iguodala's and the Kevin Loves there, when others weren't taken care of. You got to think about all of those things right now. And I only bring that up to say, at some point in time, there has to be a discussion about change in Miami. Now, Pat Riley has earned the right to dictate to some degree when that happens. And Mickey Harrison, the owner, and his son Nick, they're going to make that decision. But when you think about a guy like Eric Spoelstra, who's going to be the Team USA coach in 2028, unless he does not want to, he is going to be the choice because he is a Hall of Fame coach, an absolutely brilliant coach. You understand? And we know that it's a first-class organization. But you might need some new blood, because when you're thinking about Giannis, that's a long-term decision. And when you're looking at Pat Riley, who's over 80, no, you're not thinking long-term. So who's that next person going to be? What's their vision? You going to elevate Spoelstra? You going to make Spoelstra South Beach version of Brad Stevens? Because Brad Stevens, he was a damn good coach. But my God, what an executive he has proven to be.
I love that idea,
Boston.
Stephen A.
Yeah, so Eric Spoelstra might need to be that guy in Miami. I'm saying before you can talk about Giannis or the caliber of a Giannis, going to some place like South Beach, Miami.
So Stephen A. Smith, he's absolutely right. Getting Giannis to Miami, that's not going to be an easy thing. Think about it. Why would Milwaukee let their franchise star that won them a championship just slip through their fingers? They're definitely going to ask for Bam and Tyler Hero and probably even more. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Hit that subscribe button, and thank you for all the support.